You deleted a photo, but is it really gone forever? You scrolled past an advertisement, but what did that ad tell its creators about who you are? You use the internet every day, but have you considered what's lurking beneath the surface? The internet is the central nervous system of our world, but it has a profoundly dark side. In this video, we're counting down 10 shocking truths about the web's underbelly. Trust me, you are going to want to stick around for number 1. We see the internet as a utility, our library, our shopping mall, our source of entertainment. We bank on it, build careers on it, even fall in love on it. But beneath the user-friendly apps and websites, there exists a vast, unregulated, and often treacherous digital dimension. This is about a multi-trillion-dollar shadow economy, sophisticated psychological manipulation, and the very real human cost of our digital lives. What you learn might just change the way you click, share, and connect forever. Section 10. Your digital ghost deleted data never truly dies. Our countdown begins with a simple, unsettling truth. Hitting delete is more of a suggestion than a command. You think an embarrassing photo or a sensitive document is gone, but in the digital realm, data rarely dies. When you delete a file, you're typically just removing the signpost that points to it. The actual data remains on your hard drive, waiting to be overwritten. With the right software, anyone with access to your device could potentially recover gigabytes of your deleted history. This extends to the cloud as well. When you delete from a platform like Instagram or Google Drive, you're trusting that company's policy. In reality, copies of your data often persist on servers and in backups for months or even years. Consider the devices you've sold or thrown away. A factory reset often isn't enough. Data forensics experts routinely pull sensitive information from discarded hard drives, from private photos to financial records. Your digital past is never truly in the past. It's just waiting for someone to find it. Section 9. The anatomy of an echo chamber. The internet promised to unite us, but for many, it has become a distorted hall of mirrors. This brings us to fact number 9. You are living in a personalized reality bubble, constructed by algorithms whose sole purpose is to keep you hooked. This is called an echo chamber. Every time you like a post or watch a video, algorithms are learning. They map your political leanings, your fears, and your desires. Their goal is simple: show you more of what you already agree with to keep you engaged, outraged, and scrolling. If you show a fleeting interest in a fringe conspiracy theory, the algorithm can serve you a steady diet of increasingly extreme content, pulling you down a rabbit hole of misinformation. Your feed gradually filters out opposing viewpoints, reinforcing your beliefs and making anyone who disagrees seem irrational. This isn't an unfortunate side effect. It's a business model. Your sustained engagement drives ad revenue. On free platforms, you are not the customer. You are the product being packaged and sold. The algorithm isn't there to inform you. It's there to confirm your biases and convert your attention into profit. Section 8. The hidden epidemic of cyberbullying. The anonymity of the internet has a toxic side, fueling an epidemic that makes old-school bullying look tame. Fact number 8 is a stark reminder of the human cost of our digital lives. Cyberbullying has evolved into a relentless 24/7 public health crisis. Unlike bullying that was confined to school hours, cyberbullying is a nightmare without end. Abusive messages and malicious rumors can follow a victim anywhere, delivered directly to the device in their pocket. The statistics are staggering. Recent studies reveal that over a third of middle and high school students in the United States have experienced online harassment. The psychological impact is devastating. Victims are far more likely to suffer from severe depression, anxiety, and a crippling loss of self-esteem, with a heartbreaking number admitting to suicidal thoughts. A single humiliating post can be shared thousands of times, creating a permanent digital scar. While girls have historically reported higher rates of harassment, recent studies show a sharp increase in cyberbullying targeting boys, and LGBTQ+ youth are disproportionately targeted. This isn't kids being kids. It is a persistent, invasive form of psychological abuse. Section 7. The psychological traps designed to keep you hooked. Have you ever found yourself mindlessly scrolling long after you meant to stop? That isn't a failure of self-control, it's by design. Fact number 7 is that much of the internet is engineered to be addictive, using the same psychological principles as a slot machine. Social media apps are built to exploit your brain's dopamine reward system. When you get a like or a positive comment, your brain releases a small hit of dopamine. This positive reinforcement creates a powerful, potentially endless feedback loop. Features like infinite scroll were made to eliminate natural stopping points. That pull to refresh mechanism, it's modeled on a slot machine lever, creating what psychologists call a variable reward schedule. Its unpredictability is precisely what makes it so addictive. The consequences are real. Studies have drawn a direct link between excessive social media use and higher rates of anxiety and depression. It cultivates a constant state of compare and despair, where we measure our real lives against the curated highlight reels of others. It also fuels the fear of missing out, or FOMO, WOMO. The very tools that promise to connect us are, in many cases, making us feel more alone. We're halfway through our countdown, and the facts only get darker. If you're finding this deep dive insightful, subscribe and turn on notifications. It helps us continue to create videos that uncover the hidden truths of our digital world. Now, let's get back to the countdown. Section 6, Malware-as-a-Service, the gig economy of hacking. You probably imagine a cybercriminal as a lone wolf in a dark room. The reality is far more corporate and frighteningly accessible. Fact number 6 is the disturbing trend of malware-as-a-service, a business model allowing almost anyone to become a hacker for a price. On the dark web, you don't need to know how to code. You can subscribe to a service. Ransomware-as-a-Service, or RAAS, has exploded into a massive industry. Sophisticated criminal organizations develop malware and lease it to affiliates for a cut of the profits. This has unleashed a flood of attacks from a vast network of less skilled criminals. The entire marketplace is chillingly professional. You can buy pre-made phishing kits to replicate bank login pages or rent access to botnets to launch crippling attacks. You can even buy malware installations by the thousand. One analysis found you could infect 1,000 computers for as little as $1,800. This corporate model allows the masterminds to keep their distance, making them incredibly difficult to track. The industrialization of hacking means the threat is no longer from a few elite groups, but from a growing global network of criminals. Section 5, the phishing epidemic and the age of AI deception. We are all just one careless click away from disaster. Fact number 5, phishing isn't just a nuisance. It's a multi-billion-dollar epidemic now being supercharged by artificial intelligence. Phishing preys on human psychology, exploiting trust, and creating panic to trick you into giving up your passwords or credit card numbers. It's the skeleton key for the vast majority of security breaches. In 2024, breaches from phishing cost organizations an average of nearly $5 million per incident. Now, AI is making these scams terrifyingly effective. In the past, you could spot a phishing email by its poor grammar. Today, generative AI can write flawless, personalized emails that are nearly indistinguishable from the real thing. It gets worse. Vishing, or a voice phishing, uses AI-generated voices. Imagine a call that sounds exactly like your boss asking for a wire transfer. AI can clone a voice from just a few seconds of audio. We're also seeing a surge in deepfake attacks using fake videos for blackmail or fraud. This new wave of AI-powered deception is rapidly destroying our ability to trust what we see and hear online. Section 4, the ransomware hostage crisis. Imagine every file on your computer is suddenly locked. A message then appears demanding thousands of dollars to get it back. This isn't a movie plot, it is a daily reality. Fact number 4, we are living in a global ransomware hostage crisis. The frequency and scale of these attacks are exploding. A few years ago, over 236 million attacks were recorded in just 6 months, one happening every few seconds. These attacks are crippling critical infrastructure like hospitals, schools, and city governments. The business model is brutal. Criminal gangs breach a network, encrypt its data, and demand payment. Now, they've added a vicious new layer. Even if you have backups, they threaten to leak your stolen data publicly. This double extortion tactic places immense pressure on victims to pay. The financial damage is almost unimaginable. Projections indicate the global cost of ransomware could hit $265 billion annually by 2031. High-profile attacks on companies like Change Healthcare and CDK Global show how one incident can disrupt entire industries and affect millions of people. This is modern extortion on a global scale. Section 3, the trillion-dollar cybercrime economy. The single most profitable criminal enterprise on Earth is now entirely digital. Fact number 3 is a figure so vast, it's hard to comprehend. The global cost of cybercrime is projected to reach an astronomical $10.5 trillion annually by 2025. If cybercrime were a country, it would have the third largest economy in the world, behind only the US and China. This is a global shadow economy more profitable than the entire global trade of illegal drugs combined. This economy has its own markets and supply chains. On the dark web, stolen data is the primary commodity. Your credit card details might sell for as little as $25. Your entire online identity can be packaged and sold. In 2022, the number of stolen account credentials for sale on the dark web was estimated at a staggering 15 billion. This shadow economy is the engine for all other digital crime. The sheer scale of this underworld proves that the internet's dark side isn't a niche corner of the web. It is a powerful global economic force built on stolen information and digital exploitation. Section 2, the unseen world of the dark web. The internet you use every day is the surface web, but it's only the tip of the iceberg. Beneath it lies the deep web, content not indexed by search engines. Hidden within that is a small, intentionally concealed portion called the dark web. Fact number 2 is that the dark web is a very real and active haven for anonymity and crime. You can only access it using special browsers like Tor, which anonymize your identity by routing traffic through multiple encrypted layers. This anonymity is a critical tool for journalists and dissidents under oppressive regimes, but it has also created a lawless marketplace for illicit goods and services. It's widely believed that over half the content on the dark web is illegal. On dark web marketplaces, you can find things straight out of a nightmare: illicit drugs, firearms, stolen financial information, and hacking services. The anonymity makes it the perfect environment to coordinate criminal operations, from laundering cryptocurrency to organizing ransomware campaigns. It is a parallel digital society operating just beyond our view, home to some of the most disturbing activities imaginable. Section 1. The human commodity, the Internet's role in human trafficking. Our final, most disturbing truth has a human face. Fact number 1 is that the Internet, especially the dark web, has become an indispensable tool for one of the most heinous crimes imaginable: human trafficking. Globally, an estimated 25 million people are trapped in modern slavery, an industry that generates an estimated $150 billion in illicit profits each year. Traffickers now use the internet for every stage of their enterprise. They use regular social media platforms like Facebook and TikTok to groom and recruit vulnerable people, especially children, by creating fake profiles and building false relationships. They post fraudulent job ads, luring people into forced labor with promises of a better life. Once victims are trapped, the dark web is often where they are sold for sexual exploitation. The combination of total anonymity and cryptocurrency payments makes it incredibly difficult for law enforcement to trace these transactions and identify perpetrators or victims. The internet has given criminals the tools to trade in human lives with a level of secrecy, efficiency, and global reach that was never before possible. It is the ultimate tragic expression of the internet's dark side. We've journeyed from the digital ghosts of our deleted files to a trillion-dollar criminal economy and to the devastating human cost of online exploitation. The internet isn't inherently good or evil. It is a mirror reflecting humanity, amplifying both our greatest achievements and our darkest impulses. The digital world is no longer separate from the real world, and its dangers have real consequences for our finances, mental health, and safety. The next time you're scrolling, clicking a link, or sharing a piece of your life online, remember what lies beneath. Ask yourself, who is watching, and are you truly in control? The dark side of the internet isn't a far-off dystopia. It's here, now. Staying safe means never forgetting that.